Now we're going to go to the next section, and this is actually page 10-6, and it's about Archimedes' principle. And Archimedes actually lived in a place called Syracusa, which is in Sicily. Now we might say Syracuse, but it was Syracusa. And actually, maybe about 200 BC. I'm not sure about the exact date. I'd have to look that up. What he did was they were involved in a war with the Romans at the time, and actually they broke into his establishment, his place, and a Roman soldier was told not to harm him, and the guy killed him. So that was the end of Archimedes. But Archimedes, one of the things he did was the king of Syracusa, was the name of Hiero II. And Hiero II had a crown made of gold, at least he thought it was gold, but he didn't trust the jeweler, and he thought maybe the jeweler had cheated him. So he called in Archimedes and said to Archimedes, I want to know if this crown is made of pure gold, that's your job, but you can't damage it in any way. So Archimedes went home to his home, and he got into a bathtub or a pool. And what he noticed was when he got into the pool, he lost weight. And he also pushed water out of the way. The level of the water in the pool went up as he got into the pool. And so he began to think about now, how can I use this to find out if the crown is made of pure gold or not? Now what he did was he knew what the density of gold was. The density of gold is very, very dense, about 19 times more than of water. So anything that might be added to the crown would probably reduce the overall density. In other words, if you added anything else like aluminum, I don't think they had aluminum at that time, but anything else would reduce the density. Now it shows the crown was not made of pure gold. So this is Archimedes, it's called Archimedes' principle. And this is page 10-6. Now basically what it comes down to is what the example I just used. When you get into water, what happens is you tend to lose weight. So an object completely or partially and immersed in a fluid for example, water, is buoyed up, buoyed, B-U-O-Y-A-N-T, the buoyant force. Now I'm from Philadelphia, so I always say buoyant, and actually I think the correct term is buoyant, not buoyant, but a buoyant force acts on the object and pushes up on the object. So the object appears to lose weight. Now I think I have a run-on sentence here, so maybe I should take a look at this again for just a minute. An object completely or partially immersed in a fluid, for example water, a buoyant force acts on the object and pushes up on the object, so the object appears to lose weight. Well, it isn't a run-on sentence, but I'm going to just leave it that way. To give you an example, what I'm talking about here is a tub of water, like that, and here's the object like this, and the object may weigh maybe 10 pounds. So what you do is you immerse the object in the water, and the water pushes up with a force of maybe 7 pounds, but the object weighs 10 pounds, so the object will sink. But when you yourself gets into pool water, at least I do, on a good day I weigh 150 pounds, so I get in the water and I seem like I lose almost all my weight. And that's because if I have an object that floats, the buoyant force upward will exactly balance out the weight of the object. I'm going to say that again. The buoyant force of an object that floats completely balances out the weight of the object. The buoyant force of an object that does not float will partially reduce the weight of the apparent weight of the object. It's called the apparent weight in that particular case. All right, and do you think we can shut that off for another 10 seconds?